Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Got my coffee, got my Bretagne Panther, and we are on Himmel's Kharkovdorf. Spawned into the north. I like this tank. This is the 100-point battle, not the 100th battle, but the 100-point battle for Battle Pass for this Season 7. So I'm done playing this until the next season. I'm running through the last few 6s that I have that I don't have 100 battles on, and this is one of them. Quite enjoyed the Poodle. I've been enjoying this one as well. But some of you probably saw on, I did a video earlier with the RAM build. This is basically the same RAM build right here. And I did that on stream. I said, let's try something different. So we've got the turbo in the bonus slot. We have whatever these things are, the, you know, that thing, whatever it is. And then we got the hardening. What is this called? It'll come to me as we go. It helps when you smash into things. Helps when you smash into things. So I like this. It's pretty good. I used to have the turbo directive on it, but those cost bombs and I ran out of those, so I took that off. Like I said, it's going to be the 100th point for this particular battle pass. We'll pick it up again when we get to Season 8 here in a few months. A few 3 or 4 months, whatever it is. I am running Octane. That does help zoom the tank pretty well. I think I've got the 105 or 100 or whatever it is. And on Kharkov here, we're going to go over to the west side. As I'm looking at it, I realize we're not getting a whole bunch of help. I considered going into the town because this thing has a decent hit point pool for a tier 6. It's a Panther at tier 6, a stock, more or less, Panther at tier 6. But I also felt like over here I might get some rams and things. Turns out I was right, sort of. We'll get to that. And I really didn't want to try to trade shots with a Tiger 1, AT7, or Black Prince. That felt like, despite the armor being okay on this, and the hit point pool being high, the gun's not amazing. You're only doing about 135 or whatever it is. I think it's a 135 alpha gun. That's correct. We miss him. I know I'm going to get spotted there, so I back out. Got a lot of... hit that guy, but I don't actually pin him. The armor wasn't penetrated. The mighty armor. So there's a huge scrum going on down here. Another miss, so it doesn't really start off fantastimundo for me. Trying to figure out if I can get any shots in on these guys, but there's a bunch of them in the middle. There's like this weird, I don't really know what's going on over there. I've never really seen that many tanks all raging around in the middle on this map, but who knows? It's World of Tanks. It's a pub match. There are random people doing random things. A little shot on him. We kill him with the old 12 hit point kill. Gonna miss him because he dives down into the ditch. Building's in the way right there. We're trying to knock that out of the way. The Skirta just hanging out. There we go. Get another shot, and we've had a target-rich environment here. 1357 misses. Fortunately, the guys above me there are still alive, and I haven't been pushed. And then I see them going into the backfield. I'm like, well, Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Also, they're light tanks, or lighter and mediums, and I'm thinking, well, let's just go ram somebody. Let's see if we can make this thing happen. We got a full head of steam. We're up to 55 kilometers an hour. A 1357 is a very light tank. This looks nice. Take a shot on the way in. Oh, nope, we'll hit the ground, so let's just ram her. Oh, someone pinned it, and very helpful. Remember, folks, on your rams to follow through, right? When you swing the bat or you come up with the golf, make sure you follow through, which means just keep the W going because you'll rebound it and you'll probably do a little more damage down the line. So we dropped him for 453. We'll head back over here to the west side. 12T's doing a nice job keeping guys lit, but the city's not looking fantastic, and we're starting to lose. And now I'm looking at this going, well, at some point, do I go to the city? No, I think if I get spotted in the city and get pinned down, I won't last very long. Might get a few more hit points. So we'll do a little standoff action here. We have 3 Campalama ding-dongs, and I emphasize the ding-dongs. That already missed me. Sitting behind me, so we get a piece of the buggy. Come up here. That was a nice bush shot. Put another one on him right there, also bushed up. 12T does that was fantastic. A little spin around right there. And we can't quite kill the buggy. A little bit disappointing because I don't really want to leave all these guys behind me, as I have to turn around and start dealing with the Black Prince. But boom, down goes the buggy. That's helpful. Push up here, see if we can see anybody. I'm wondering, hey, is that T-78 or the SU-100, if they moved up? And I'm watching the map going, man, that's not great. The M2Y is in trouble. The OI, though, has kind of gone past him, and he nukes the Tiger 1, so that's good. No longer a Tiger 1 to deal with. That is a very dangerous gun to have in this tier of battle. Take a look. I'm curious if somebody's in that bush. They're not, clearly. Otherwise, I would have been seen. Where did that T-78 go? I have no idea. The OI dies. Not very surprising. He had no support. Long reload. But he did kill the Tiger, so that was good. Now we're thinking about how we can maybe get some more Rams or potentially start winning this. There's a lot of tanks left on the enemy side, though. It's 7-8. We're down some hit points. The TDs are on the TD spot, and with the M2Y kind of falling back, I'm thinking, well, let's just head back here. The TDs are in the 12T. The 12T will keep eyes on, hopefully, in that area. I'm going to have to come down here and defend the cap, because pretty soon they're going to push in. The M2Y is still doing a decent job. He's still alive. He's got some okay hit points. I thought he had a lot more, but you can see that once I get into radio range or draw range with him, it drops down to 408. And we've got a really high hit point Black Prince, which is a bummer. A little bit dangerous kind of doing it this way because I'm out in the open. I need to get behind the bush. There we go. M2I takes a big hit. And we're into our gold rounds because this thing is pretty well armored, especially against this gun. Kind of unlucky. I was sort of going for the turret. Same thing there, just a ricochet on a bad angle. And then he gets absolutely nuked. So that was extremely helpful. So the TDs did their job, right? Two of them up there with pretty good guns, and they absolutely schwammer the Black Prince. And that was a huge, huge kill for this team. And then we've got... Oh, there was also some very angry typing going on. I don't know if you've been watching. I forgot about that till now. Somebody's angry about something and then says they got lucky. And I couldn't really make heads or tails over whether they were talking about me, the way I was playing, or the team got lucky, or what happened. So the E25 comes raging in. I watched him for a bit, hoping those TDs might put some hits on him. And I realized we really need to start whittling this guy away. I can't let him get up under us. We do some good damage to him, but I'm eating shots from the Skoda, who's out of shots, and then I get a kind of lucky RNG shot there. We hit him once, and he dies to the WZ. So thank goodness the T25 ran out of his clip, and we'll back up. There is an S51 and M44. There's one of them right there. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised I didn't get absolutely nuked by him while I was taking on the E25 and the T25. Look at the Suit 100. He finally moved up. He killed the 12T, unfortunately. We could have used that guy for sure. But the TDs are all back there trying to deal with him. Now he's pushing in. And now we've got the AT7. That's the next guy that was extremely concerning. That shot goes in. That's nice. We do a little bounce there. Don't quite get it on the hatch. Trying to figure out how to get this guy dead. A couple hits on him. He's down to 258. Just takes a while to chew through things with a 135 Alpha gun. Su-100 dies. That's awesome. And we're in pretty good shape. The WZ goes in. The one thing I wish I had done here was push in with the WZ. I sat back. These guys are on really low hit points. So I saw him something, and let's kill him. No, it didn't quite work. The WZ is getting just absolutely murdered over there. So I felt bad for this. The thing I was really worried about, though, is pushing out, getting spotted, and getting hit by Artie. So there's one of them right there. This guy's wandering around. We'll try to get... Ooh, nice. So we take that down. There goes the Su-100, and I'll push in with him. So unfortunately, we sort of sacrificed the WZ. I should have pushed in. Hindsight 2020 in that case. I was just being... I was still on the ultra careful idea. You know, we'd gone over to the field, worked out a bit. I had to deal with the light tank that came into the background. I moved down there to protect Cap because I figured they'd probably push out and on, thinking they kind of had the wind starting to roll right there. And I stayed a little too long, hanging out there being too passive. I think if I'd have pushed in with the WZ immediately as he went by me and we both went in, also lost ram opportunity, right? Could have went right around the corner and rammed one of those guys right out of the game. Might have eaten some artillery hits, but I think I would have saved the WZ from dying. So bad on me for that. So we're going to head this way. I'm going to speed this up because it takes a while. Looking for the artillery. We talk about this a bit. How you approach end game, trying to find guys, is important. I'm going to go all the way to the back of the map because I know if he's hiding up here, my sixth sense will go off. At this point, sixth sense is a de facto spotting mechanism, right? Even if they are camoed up really nicely, if you get lit, you know that based on the map and the line of sight, so you have a good idea of the possibilities of where they can be. So I'm going to go to the very corner here and make sure that they're not hiding in the very corner, and then I will sweep all the way along the south of the map right here. So this is just basically a search pattern. I've noted the Su-100 went through the middle. What's not covered? The entire city part. Now this is going to get tricky a little bit because we're at 5 minutes and 37 seconds. I don't really want to sit on the map with two arty. One can come forward, sacrifice himself, and you can get nuked by the other one. I think we probably win anyway in that case, unless they get extremely lucky with a one-shot kill on me or something like that, or on the Su-100. But rather than take the chance, we have some time. So the point of that is at 5 minutes and 18, we have some time. It's a standard map, so it's going to take you, what, 145, I believe it is, to cap. So as long as you get back to cap with about 2 minutes left, you are golden. And if somebody else jumps on it, good. I really wish the Hummel would have pushed along south along the 2 line. He should have just headed towards cap. There was no reason for him to stay here. I was kind of figuring that the M44 was on his way to kill the Hummel or to duel him or do something like that. And he might have been based on where we find him. But we find the S-51. Check out this snapshot this guy makes. I shoot and miss. I get lit. He's turning. Okay, it's got a huge dispersion. I shoot again. He is zoomed in a little bit. I go to the right a little bit and just get schwammered. It's 369. Ouch. We get that guy dead. And we push in. Down to 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay, we found the S-51. The Sioux went through that corner. Where, oh where could the M44 be? Well, quite a few places now, based on how fast they are and depending on when he started moving. Up here in the northeast, yeah, potentially. Hiding here in the banana, maybe worst case. Because if he's hiding behind one of these buildings and we don't proxy light or get line of sight on him, he could definitely hide out in these buildings. And if we don't go through there, we may not find him. My plan is to just make this move through the middle. I see where the Su-100's going. And I'm hoping he's going to go around for the wagon wheel all the way to the east. So I just see him doing that, and I'll cut left. What I am not going to be able to spot very well is some of these nooks and crannies in these buildings. So I know that. I'm going to push along here, see if I get lit as I go, or I just plain old see the guy. And then I'm going to probably dive into the buildings, make a sweep back. I'm watching the time, give myself about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get back, and I'm going to head for cap. And that's about what I'm thinking right here. I'm thinking, nope, we don't have time to mess with this. Right when I get to about here, I'm just going to cut, and it's like, oh, let's go back to cap. Boom. Lit. More than likely, they're up. They has to be up here in these bushes. Or in one of these bushes, I just didn't get close enough. Maybe some weird line of sight through here, but unlikely. I didn't see him, so it's probably a bush situation. So we'll just turn right around. I'll go around that dead tank. I think I clicked on it. There we go. I click on it. The Su-100 sees that. I think he cuts right. He's like, yep, I'm lit too. Probably. I don't know if he saw my click or he also got lit potentially. Yep, that's about the right timing, by the way, because he came around behind that building 1001, 1002, 1003 in turn. So whether he saw my click or he got lit, it's basically the same thing happened. There he is. Find him. We shoot him on the way in. Dispersion works. He can't quite get up the hill. I have enough oomph to do it, and we're going to go for one more ram kill. Boom. Nice. Went up with 5 kills, 2,849. It's an ace tanker, 874 assist right there, and several discussions obviously going on with the build itself, the positioning, the reposition to the north to deal with the light tank, not running into the city based on the beef that they had down there and not wanting to get into a brawl in the city with a little bit standoff. Late push to help my WZ, unfortunately. And then we discussed how you might find things end game and the approach that you might take into positions right there as opposed to just straight in there. There's the typing. They lucked out. I don't know. I could never determine exactly what he was talking about. All right, guys, there you go. Probably won't see another Bretagne Panther video. I'm sure you're sad. Not for a while anyway. I won't be playing it until the next Battle Pass anyway, but I did enjoy that. Of all the things I've done in the last few weeks in this game, it's been a little rough in terms of win rate and getting results, but I've really enjoyed this thing. So that's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you.